Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I really hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be just focusing on haloalkanes. Are you together? Haloalkanes just it's just you having an alkane molecule and adding a halogen on it. Are you together? And halogens are just elements which are found on the on group number 7 on your periodic table. Are you together? And their list are: we have bromine, we have chlorine, iodine, and also a fluorine. Are you together? All these four halogens are found in group number 7 of the periodic table. Are you together? So whenever you write down the IUPAC name of a haloalkane, guys, it's very important for you to mention the substituent. In this time, the added part in the alkane is the halogen, and hence the name is haloalkane. Are you together? It's very important to know how to mention your halogen. Are you together? If you have a bromine a bromine ion on your halogen on your haloalkane, obviously whenever you mention that bromine, you need to say it's bromo. If you have chlorine, you need to say it's chloro. If it's iodine, it's iodo. Fluorine is fluoro. Are you together? For example, let's say we have our structure like this. We have chlorine over there, H. If this was not there, guys, you're going to say this element is propane. Are you together? Yes, it is propane. Yes, it was propane, but now they've added a chlorine. They've substituted a hydrogen with the chlorine. Are you together? Whenever we write down the IUPAC name of this compound, we need to say that this is chloropropane. Are you together? And the most important things, guys, are you together, is to tell us where, in which carbon can we find our halogen. Are you together? In carbon number 2, that's where our halogen is. So whenever you write down the IUPAC name, we'll simply say that this will be 2-chloropropane. Are you together? This will be 2-chloropropane. It's very important, guys, to number your carbons. Are you together? Because we cannot just say this element is chloropropane. What if we have something like this, whereby now our chlorine was at the terminal carbon? Do you agree that these two compounds are not the same structurally? Yes, they have the same molecular formula, but they are not the same structurally. Are you together? So it's very important for you guys to write down the address of your halogen. Are you together? I've written mine, and I said that for this compound over here, at carbon number 2, I have my chloro. Are you together? The addition of this chlorine on the propane. Are you together? So hence the name is just chloropropane. So that's how easy it is, guys, to name. Yeah? The suffix part, guys, is determined by the number of carbons on your longest chain. Remember, I just said we had chloropropane. Are we together? Let me just take it back. We have chloropropane. Are we together? Chloropropane simply means that since we have 3 carbons on our longest chain, the suffix will be propane. Are you together? But on the prefix part, you need to mention whatever that you've added to your propane. Are you together? We have added a halogen. The name of the halogen is chlorine, and hence we will say it's chloropropane. Okay. Sometimes, guys, it happens that we have two of the same thing. By the way, we have chloro over here and chloro over there. Are you together? Since we have two of the halogens on which are added on our propane, whenever we count, guys, since we have two, our prefix for the substituent will say di. Are you together? This will be dichloro, since there are 2 chlorines. Are you together? The longest chain has 3 carbons. It's dichloropropane. Are you together? Since this, we cannot just leave it like this, guys. We must write down the addresses of our chlorine atoms. We can find chlorine over there and also there. Are you together? So this will be carbon number 1, 2, and 3. At carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, I have my dichloro. Are you together? So the IUPAC name for this thing will simply be dichloropropane. Are you together? And whenever, guys, you number your carbons, you must number your carbon from the terminal which is closer to the halogen. Are you together? From the terminal which is closer to the halogen. Yes, whenever we have side chains, it will differ. But if it's just a straight chain compound, you must number from the terminal which is closer to the halogen. Are you together? Okay. Sometimes, guys, it happens that you don't have 2 of the same halogens. Maybe you have something like this. Instead of chlorine over there, you will have a bromine. Obviously, guys, the IUPAC name will differ. Are you together? We have 2 halogens over here. Are you together? First, we have bromo. Secondly, we have chloro. Whenever we mention these halogens, guys, we must mention them in an alphabetical order. Bromo should appear before chloro alphabetically. Are you together? So we'll simply say that at carbon number 1, we have bromo, and then at carbon number 2, we have chloro, and then since the longest chain has 3 carbons, and there are single bonds between the adjacent carbons, then simply say we have chloropropane. Are you together? 1 bromo, 2 chloropropane. Please, guys, please remember that between numbers and letters there must be a hyphen. Are you together? This small dash over there, it's called a hyphen, just to separate between the numbers and the letters. Okay, let's say we have something like this. Let's use different halogens and a different chain. Fluorine, iodo, and say bromo over here. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's say, guys, we have a structure like this. We have 3 different types of halogens. I know that, guys, this is bizarre. You'd hardly get something like this, but since I'm teaching you how to name these organic compounds, I think it will be helpful for you to know. We must mention these things, guys, in an alphabetical order. Are you together? We have bromo, we have iodo, and we have fluoro. Are you together? And please note that we always number from the terminal which is closer to the halogen. Are you together? So that will be carbon number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are you together? So whenever I name these halogens, I should start with bromo, follow with fluoro, and then mention iodo, because I'm naming them alphabetically. Are you together? Since my parent chain has 4 carbons and there are single bonds between these adjacent carbons, the suffix of my compound will simply be butane. Are you together? Let me show you how to name this thing. At carbon number 1, I have bromo. At carbon number 3, I have fluoro. And then at carbon number 2, I have iodo. And then since I have 4 carbons on my parent chain, this will be butane. Are we together? The IUPAC name will simply be 1-bromo, 3-fluoro, 2-iodo-butane. Are you together? That's how you name these things, guys. Né? Okay, sometimes it happens that, guys, you have side chains as well. Let's draw a new structure. We have side chains as well as halogens on the same compound. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons, and then let's say we have our halogens here. That's chlorine and chlorine. Okay, whenever we number, guys, whenever we number our carbons, we need to start counting from the terminal which is closer to the addition to our main compound. The main compound, guys, is this one. This is our main compound. Are you together? And there are things which are added. We have 2 halogens over there, and we also have a side chain. All these 3 things are called substituents. They are just additions to our main compound. Are you together? So whenever we name, or rather whenever we number our carbons, we need to start numbering them from the terminal, which is either closer to the side chain or closer to the halogen. Are you together? If you start from the right, or if you start counting from the right going to the left, if this is carbon number 2, at carbon number 3, we have more things that are happening as compared to carbon number 2. But if you start counting from the left going to the right, it would make more sense, because at carbon number 2, more things there are more things which are added to the main compound as compared to whenever we start counting from the right. Are you together? So we'll always prefer the terminal which is closer to either halogens or side chains, or both halogens and side chains. Are you together? So whenever we start counting from the left, we have a halogen and a side chain at carbon number 2. So that's why we are starting to count from the left. Are you together? And obviously, guys, we have to mention these additions, and these additions, guys, must be mentioned alphabetically. They must be mentioned alphabetically. We have a side chain. Since this side chain only has 1 carbon, it's called a methyl. Are you together? And then I have my 2 chlorines over there. So whenever I mention these additions, I need to mention them in an alphabetical order. I'll simply say at carbon number 2 and carbon number 3, I have my dichloro. Okay, and then at carbon number 2, I have my methyl. Are you together? The parent chain has 4 carbons, and there are single bonds between adjacent carbons. This will simply be butane. Are you together? Sometimes we'll have a structure like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe over here you have this. You have an ethyl over there. You have an ethyl over there. Let's say we have a chloro. Is a side chain and a bromo. Okay, we have to name this compound. That's the first thing we need to do, né? And we have halogens, guys, on our compound. So the parent chain should have these halogens. We cannot have halogens on the side chain. Are we together? So this chain over here will be our parent chain. We will start numbering our carbons from the left going to the right, because at carbon number 2 there are more additions. So this will be carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, guys, whenever we name these things, yes, there are additions which are there. We have 2 different halogens and also 2 different side chains. Are we together? This is called methyl because it's a side chain with 1 carbon. This one is ethyl, it's a side chain which is 2 carbons. I have bromo and chloro over there. Whenever I mention these additions to my pentane, are we together? The suffix of this compound will be pentane because I have 5 carbons on my parent chain. They are single bonded. There are single bonds between adjacent carbons, so the suffix will just be pentane. Are we together? So whenever I write down the IUPAC name of this haloalkane, I will simply say this will be 2-bromo. I'm mentioning bromo because I'm mentioning these additions in an alphabetical order. It will be 2-bromo, 4-chloro, and then 3-ethyl, and then I'll say 2-methyl. It's 2-methyl pentane. That's how, guys, I would write the IUPAC name for my compound. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fluoro. In the meantime, guys, I hope you're subscribing, né? Let's say we have chloro over there. Hydrogen. Okay, we are dealing with the haloalkane now, guys. Our parent chain should have carbons which are bonded to these halogens. So we have a halogen there, another halogen there. We have a side chain over here, there, and over there. Né? These are additions to our compound that had how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the additions, guys, to our pentane. Are you together? And I'm starting to number my carbons from the right going to the left. Why? Because at the terminal carbon, I have a halogen. So whenever I name these things, I need to mention them in an alphabetical order. So the IUPAC name over here will simply be alphabetical order. I need to mention the chlorine first. Né? At carbon number 1, I have my chloro. Are you together? And then I have my methyls and the ethyls. Né? Then at carbon number 4, I have diethyl. Are you together? Then at carbon number 5, I have my fluoro. Are you together, guys? Also at carbon number 5, I have my methyl. Since I'm done mentioning these additions, all I have to do is to write down my suffix. The suffix will simply be butane. This is how you name this thing over here, guys. Né? It's very, very simple, guys. I really hope, guys, the videos are helping you out. The second part of this video, guys, I'll be naming a lot of haloalkanes and changing the IUPAC name into structural formulas as well. So just stay tuned, guys, and please do check the video that comes after this. That will be part 2 of the videos. Thank you for your time. Bye.